Hi teachers and students, thanks for joining us for Math Week 1. Who is this for? Lower elementary and kids with learning disabilities. The big structure of this program is that there's going to be probably 36 units when I'm finished with it. One to cover each week of the school year. It's not an all-comprehensive math program. It's supplemental and needing to help with kids that are struggling. The addition structure that we have is 4 weeks, and it'll be followed by subtraction, multiplication, division, and fractions. And we'll go on from there with middle school mathematics. In this lesson, addition, real number sense in the world using addition. It teaches kids about numbers they can actually use, addition they see in the world around them. So they can see 5 or 6 or 10, but they can't see 100 and identify it correctly right off the bat. See 100 objects, it's difficult for them to visualize and count mentally quickly. So we're using real number sense, real things in the world. The structure of this lesson is you can have a warm-up lesson, a pre-quiz, the actual lesson, post-quiz. If they pass the pre-quiz, there's no sense in going on. So just let them go to the next lesson, number 2. So lesson number 1, 2, 3, and 4 will be involved with addition. You need to skip to subtraction. They'll be starting with lesson 5. Thank you for being here, folks. Please like and comment and subscribe so these infos do not get lost. Take care, guys. Have an awesome math day. Quiz addition week 1, number sense using addition, using 0 to 20. Use this quiz as a pre and post test comparison. Number 1, which symbol is used for adding? Choose A, B, C, D, or E. How many blocks total? The equation for adding these blocks is which numbers are in order? Which numbers are in reverse order? Hearts and sunglasses. Add them all together, what do you get? Count the hearts on each side. Are they equal? A friend gives you 2 pieces of pizza. Your other friend gives you 3 pieces of pizza. How many pieces do you have in total? Is it okay to say 4 equals 3 plus 1? What is the correct way to count on here? To count on. Here are your answers to the quiz. 1, E, 2, D, 3, A, 4, A, 5, C, 6, B, 7, A, 8, C, 9, A, 10, B. Thank you for taking the quiz.
Welcome to today's Explainer. Today, we're unpacking a highly interactive lesson plan that's designed to build foundational number sense and introduce basic single-digit addition to kindergartners. You know, it's one thing to actually do math yourself, but it is an entirely different art form to teach it to a 5 or 6-year-old. So let's look at exactly how that's done.
All right, let's dive right in. 45. That is the exact number of minutes it takes in this lesson to completely transform a scattered pile of blocks into a solid working understanding of addition for a young learner. I mean, in under an hour, this plan takes students from simple counting all the way to writing and understanding formal mathematical equations. Pretty incredible, right?
Here's our roadmap for those 45 minutes. First, laying the math foundation. Second, activating basic number sense. Third, the story of addition. Fourth, hands-on math practice. And finally, checking for understanding. Let's start right at the beginning with part 1, laying the math foundation. So we actually begin our journey before the classroom clock even starts by defining our core objective. We really want to help students understand that numbers aren't just invisible, abstract concepts. They represent physical quantities that can be joined together to form a brand new total. To pull this off, you need specific tools ready to go. We're talking 10 small colorful blocks per student, large whiteboard markers, giant symbol cards, and mini whiteboards for every single child. We're deliberately taking abstract ideas and turning them into physical, hands-on learning that they can literally touch.
That brings us to step 2, activating basic number sense. The first 8 minutes of the lesson are all about utilizing quick-fire activities to activate the brain. It kicks off with choral counting, where students count aloud forward to 10 and then hit reverse. Next up is a subitizing flash. This is where the teacher shows a card with, say, 3 dots for literally just 2 seconds. The goal? Immediate quantity recognition without counting the dots one by one. And finally, physical matching. The teacher calls out a number, like 4, and the kids immediately clap or stomp 4 times. We're rapidly shifting them from verbal recall straight into visual recognition and ending with physical action. Let's move into part 3 and see how this builds into direct instruction. The story of addition. This is a 12-minute block where the teacher anchors the math and reality using storytelling. Imagine the teacher asking something like, if I have 2 blue blocks in this hand and my friend gives me 3 yellow blocks in my other hand, when I put them all into one big pile, what am I doing? By using this interactive story, the teacher brings the students' imaginations directly into the concept of combining groups. Notice what's missing? Right, no formal math terms yet. It's entirely about visualizing a real-world scenario. But immediately following that story prompt, we actually formally define our vocabulary. Addition is simply putting groups together to find out how many there are in total. By locking in this definition right after the block story, the concept stays incredibly concrete in their minds. Next, the teacher literally tapes a giant plus sign to the board, and to introduce the symbols, they use this fantastic, child-friendly metaphor, glue. The plus sign is the glue that sticks numbers together. At the exact same time, the equal sign is introduced as the symbol that tells us the total. Then, the teacher models writing a clear math sentence, like 2 plus 3 equals 5, right on the whiteboard. With those concepts introduced, we head into part 4, hands-on math practice. This brings us to a massive 22-minute block of practice, moving the kids from teacher-led block building straight into independent games. During the first 15 minutes of guided practice, the teacher leads the students through this exact timeline. First, dictate a scenario. Put 4 blocks on the left, 2 on the right. Second, the action command. Physically push those groups into the middle. And third, the whiteboard record, having the students copy the corresponding symbols 4 plus 2 equals 6 onto their mini whiteboards. It directly connects the physical action to the written equation. Now, within this guided practice, a super vital counting technique is introduced using a physical touch and say visualization. The teacher models touching the first pile of blocks and just saying 4, and then touching the remaining blocks to count up. 5, 6. So, why does this matter? Well, it's all about efficiency. Think about it. If a student restarts from 1, they have to count every single block all over again. But teaching this counting on strategy, starting with the first pile's total and counting upwards from there, prevents kids from unnecessarily restarting at 1. Honestly, this is a huge milestone for mathematical efficiency in early learners. The students then spend about 7 minutes utilizing those exact mechanics on their own during the roll and add game. Working in pairs with a standard 6-sided die, partner A rolls and counts out blocks, partner B does the exact same thing right next to them. Then together, they push the blocks into one pile, use that crucial counting on strategy we just talked about, and call out the final answer. It's brilliant because it makes the kids self-sufficient while practicing exactly what was just modeled. Finally, we reach our last section, checking for understanding. We are now in the last 3 minutes of our 45-minute journey, the closure and assessment phase. The teacher does a reflective check by asking the class this specific question. What special math symbol do we use when we want to glue 2 groups of numbers together? By prompting everyone to simultaneously air-drawn a plus sign, the teacher gets an immediate visual check of the entire room's retention. But hey, group checks aren't quite enough, right? To verify individual learning, the lesson utilizes an exit ticket strategy.
Before they can transition to the next activity, the teacher looks at each student individually and gives them a quick oral problem, like, what is 3 plus 1? Ensuring every single student can accurately calculate a small sum, whether they're using mental math or just counting on their fingers, guarantees that literally no one is left behind before the lesson wraps up.
I want to leave you with a final thought regarding the incredible efficiency of this lesson plan. We just walked through a sequence that took a room full of young kids, warmed up their brains, gave them a physical metaphor for math, taught them a highly efficient counting strategy, and verified their individual understanding, all in just 45 minutes. If an intentional, structured explainer of physical blocks can build an understanding of addition this rapidly, I invite you to consider how will you use this foundation to build their mathematical future. Thanks so much for joining me today.
Quiz addition week 1, number sense using addition, using 0 to 20. Use this quiz as a pre- and post-test comparison. Number 1, which symbol is used for adding? Choose A, B, C, D, or E. How many blocks total? The equation for adding these blocks is which numbers are in order? Which numbers are in reverse order? Hearts and sunglasses. Add them all together and what do you get? Count the hearts on each side. Are they equal? A friend gives you 2 pieces of pizza. Your other friend gives you 3 pieces of pizza. How many pieces do you have in total? Is it okay to say 4 equals 3 plus 1? What is the correct way to count on here? To count on. Here are your answers to the quiz. 1, E, 2, D, 3, A, 4, A, 5, C, 6, B, 7, A, 8, C, 9, A, 10, B. Thank you for taking the quiz. So how did your students do? Did they improve from the pre-test to the post-test? Going by the post-test, if they missed 1, that would still be an A. That would be 90%. Miss 2, that would be B. Not too bad. Minus 3, be a C. Minus 4 would be a D. Minus 5 or more would be an F. I'd have them review it again and take it again if they need to. Look out for math week number 2. We're going into the equations and signs and symbols of math. As soon as it's produced, I will put it in the description for this video so you can link right to it. Thank you, folks. Thanks for being here. Hope your kids got something out of it. Bye now.